I wrote this out to keep myself from letting emotions get carried away. But I'll read it out like this so as you don't have to read it yourselves. I apologise for having to respond to the troll, but I am sick of it now. I shouldn't even have to be here doing this, but you Noob and your merry bunch so desperately want to get a response from me, so here you go. Why do you so desperately want to prove that I don't have a life-limiting disease? What is even your point? To make people think bad of me or to hate on me? Medical conditions like mine are ever evolving, Nikki. My diagnoses have been changed, multiplied and adapted as my body has changed. What happened back then was that I had a good scan. My lungs looked way better than they had in the past, which is a wonderful, amazing thing. I was so hyped. I was still diagnosed with COPD, but they decided they wasn't sure about the RA-ILD, which is not RA. I never said that was gone. The scars inside my lungs are the RA-ILD. Here's the proof that I have RA by genetics. Not that it's any of your business, but since then my specialist has decided to keep the RA-ILD diagnosis and the COPD diagnosis, though they still aren't 100% sure. It could be the RA, it could be the meds, it could be the constant infections from being immune suppressed. RA-ILD has a 3.5 to 5 year average life expectancy. COPD has a 5 to 10 year life expectancy. Please excuse me for being happy at a possible 5 more years with my kids. Infections like pneumonia can kill me. That's why I'm clinically extremely vulnerable. Are you? No. You've not been my friend or known anything about me since that scan in 2019. I have constant medical tests and scans and appointments. So much has changed since then. You have no right to rip me apart on my medical issues that you know hardly anything about. You know my kids are watching and you know it upsets them, but still you continue. Another point is my kids always knew my health status, better than anyone on the internet. I'm a single mum. They had no choice but to understand and live through this. You blame everything that anyone says or does on me when you know it's never been me. I didn't start hating on you because Suits did. I was disgusted when MD and multiple others revealed that you had been conning good people out of their money. Do you remember that when MD made you all cry? You are really so desperate for people to hate me that you want to imply I'm a fraud by showing that I was honest and open about a good scan. You never did very good at proving all you say, Nikki Noo. You do show just how spiteful you are towards me, though. Do people actually believe all of this and support it, or do they believe evidence like I've been showing? Anti-CCP rheumatoid arthritis means it shows in my blood, and it also shows that I had possible interstitial lung chain disease. Here it shows that I have COPD. We have my most recent referral to a specialist showing all my active major problems going on. As you can see when you look up close, yes, multiple conditions. Proof of multiple conditions from an actual doctor. Look, Nikki, they're all still active major conditions that I'm dealing with daily. I'm 43 and a single mum. Last year I was exceptionally grateful that I got all 4 of my children into adulthood without dying on them. I'm all they've got. But you, Nikki Noo, and your friends have made a mockery of all we've been through. You've even told my children that I'm a liar about these things. For someone who's always crying victim, you sure seem eager to start fights 24/7. I'm not sure how you live with yourself or how you think this is right. The stress you've put me through, does it make you feel good? You blame me for things I had nothing to do with. But you're so desperate for me to look bad. It seems anyone who works out what your game plan is, or who you've wronged, you try to make them look bad, to deflect from what you did wrong, much like you were trying your best to deflect right now. You push every button and expect no one to ever respond. My evidence shown here came long after that post. In my opinion, you want to trigger and hurt me. I'll be having more scans and lung function tests after lockdown. Now, would you like me to show what I really said when I decided I couldn't be your friend anymore? Because you've worked so hard to be the victim. But you wasn't really, was you? You showed me you had no loyalty. I told you one-to-one how I felt, like anyone would feel. You lost a good friend in me, and so you chose to attack me and alienate me from as many places as you possibly could. Everything that you've said about me is actually shit that you've done to me. Hypocrite. Now stop your nasty, spiteful BS and leave me and my family to live what time we have in peace.